Hello everyone, you are welcome to Network Pips. So, in our previous video, I showed you guys how to install and set up Jenkins as a container, and we are able to have after that we had a quick tour on Jenkins UI. So, in this video, I will show you how you can install build automation tools. There are different ways through which you can have our tools, install our tools. You can either do that via Jenkins plugins, or we can do it on the Jenkins container box itself, on the terminal shell, on the shell terminal. So let's see how we can do that first of all on the Jenkins plugin. So if you click on Manage Jenkins, you have your tools. But before you can go to your tools and have access to your tools and install your tools, you have to first of all download that plugins by going to plugins. Then you can search for available plugins. Then take for example, we want to install Node. Then you click on Node here. Then you click on install. I'm not going to install Node via plugin. I'm going to show you how you can install Node. That's npm via the shell. So that's it. So once you're done installing it there, you're going to come to this tool. So let's take for example, you can see Git, you can see Gradle, you can see Maven. I showed you how you can install Maven in the last class while we are fixing an issue. Let's take for example, it was Gradle that we installed on that plugin. Gradle is installed, but it's not yet available for us to use. So for us to make Gradle available, we're going to come here, click add, then give it a name. You can give it any name. It mustn't be Gradle. I like giving it Gradle, so it will be the same name as the tool. So once you're done, click on save Gradle. So it's going to automatically install this Gradle for you. So if you come here now, go back to this tool, scroll down, you're going to see that Gradle is now available. So it have installed it automatically for us. So far you check this box. So I'm going to go back again, and that's all. That's how you can install tools via plugins. But let me show you how you can also do that via Jenkins terminal. So I'm going to go back to log into our Jenkins server, then where we are running Jenkins as a container. If I do docker ps here, you're going to see Jenkins container running. So we're going to log into this container using docker, then exec, then it, then you type the container name, then the bash terminal you want to use, which is bash. Most likely, if bash doesn't work, you can use sh. So we are here now. First of all, what we need is npm. So if I type npm, you can see npm is not installed here. Another tool that we need is also docker as well. You can see docker command is not also found. These are the two basic tools that we're going to be using in this course. So I'm going to show you guys how we can install that tool and make it available in this Jenkins container. So, but before we can install Jenkins, we have to install any tool. We have to know what is the Linux flavor of this container, because this is a Linux box, a Linux container. So what is the flavor? So for us to find the flavor, we're going to do cat etc, then os release. So you can see it's a Debian flavor. If os release does not work, you can use issue. Then it will also show you it's a Debian box. So I'm going to use my app manager. Had it been show me it's a Fedora or CentOS or Red Hat, I'm going to use Yum. So I'm going to use app. Then first of all, update your package manager. Then use Y to accept all the look for N to accept all the dependencies. So I'm going to use update to check if there's any available updates. It's going to show me permission denied. So I'm not allowed to run app as a normal user. So remember, each time you want to install or update your packages, you have to run it as a sudo user. So I'm going to exit here. I'm going to log in back to this container, as a root user. So for me to log in to this container as a root user, I'm going to use docker exec it then -u to specify the user which I want to log into. I'm going to use o to specify I want to log in as a root user, then the container name Jenkins, then the terminal which I want to use, which is bash. Then I've logged in. Notice it's now as a root user. Remember, the other one was just Jenkins. So here I can now do npm install. No, npm update first to update my packages to check for available updates. So let's go ahead and look for available updates, and also app upgrade to download all the available upgrade as well. Then it's going to go ahead and download all the upgrades. So once it's done, you can now go here and do app install npm, then accept all the dependencies. It's going to go ahead and start installing npm on this guy. This is going to take quite a lot of time. I'm going to pause this video and I'll play it back once the installation is complete. So our installation is complete. So I'm back. So let's see if we have npm command available. So if I type npm, so you can see npm available. You can see your npm install, npm test, and npm run as well. If I do npm then -v to see the version of this npm, it's going to show me I'm running version 9.2.0 on this system. So I'm going to so the next command, the next tool we want to install is docker, right? So if I type docker, no docker command, now we can go ahead and still do app install docker to install docker on this system, but we're going to run into a lot of issues. I'm going to show you how the best way to install docker to make docker commands available via shell. You can also install docker as a plugin, which is the recommended way. You can also do it recommended way for Jenkins. You can also do it via this shell. I'm going to show you how you can make docker command available via shell as well. I'm going to come out here, exit. Then what we need to do, let's see our container first, which is Jenkins. What we need to do, we need to find out the volume of this Jenkins, that what is name of the volume that this Jenkins is mounted on our local system, which is this host we are sitting on right now. Remember, when we deploy this container, we didn't specify any volume. We allow Jenkins to automatically generically pick a volume name for us. That was my bad. I would have specified a container a volume name for it. So if I do, for example, docker volume list, you're going to see a lot of volumes here. We don't even know which one. They just have different names, so we don't even know which one that this container is currently making use of. So for us to find out, we're going to do docker, then we're going to do docker inspect, then Jenkins. So for me not to have a lot of logs, because I'm not expecting a lot of logs from this inspect command I'm typing, I'm going to pipe this thing to less. So then so I can have it just like a note. So I can scroll up, scroll down. I'm just looking for mount. That's what I'm looking for. So I'll scroll down. So so look at mounts. So what I'm looking for is mount, and I'm looking for type volume. What is the name of this volume? Is showing me this. Now I'm going to take note of it, the one that stops with 71F. Then I'm going to exit by just typing Q on my keyboard to quit from this terminal, from that environment. Then you can see this is the one that the container is making use of. So I've already taken note of it. I can as well copy it. Now what I want to do now is to stop this container and remount it again. Now mounting it, I'm going to mount, what we're going to do now is to mount the docker command the Docker runtime that is currently running on this my host, which is this one I'm currently on, because I have Docker commands available. I can do Docker PS, have all the Docker commands. Now I'm going to copy the runtime files that is on this host now to that container. That's what I'm going to do, and that container is going to have access to all the Docker commands and the files to make use of there as well. So that is what you're going to do. Let me show you how you're going to do that. I'm going to do Docker stop. First of all, you're going to stop this container. Then then the next thing I want to do is to remove this container, because I want to still make use of that container name. I'm going to remove that container, Jenkins. Then I'm going to run it as Docker run. Then -d. I'm going to run it in detachable mode. Then give it the same name. Give the container name the same name, Jenkins. Then I'm going to specify the ports 8080, the front end. Then another port, which is the master 50,000. 1, 2, 3. Then 50,000. 2, 3. Then just going to use this escape command to type this on the different lines, so you won't have everything clunky. Then it's still the same, like it's still like I'm typing it on a one line, but I want to type it on a different line, so it will look more organized. So I'm going to use -v then to mount this volume back. Now I deleted, so let me pop out from here. Let me show you. I deleted this Docker container. If I do Docker PS -all, you can see there is no container running on my running on this system again. If I even refresh, if I go back to my terminal, I refresh, I can't access it. I can't access that container again anymore. So, but guess what? That volume still exists. If I do Docker volume, then list, we still have that volume. So what we want to do now is to run another container, then mount it on this volume. You understand? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I just quit just to show you that. So Docker run -d -p, then 8080, then -p again, then we'll have 50,000. 1, 2, 3. Then use the escape command to type on a different line, v. Then the volume I want to mount is this guy. Remember, that was the volume that the previous container was mounted to. So I'm going to mount this guy. Then use column. Then forward val. Then Jenkins _ home. So this is the home directory for Jenkins. How did I know? Let's go here. This was where Jenkins was mounted before. Look at it. The volume val Jenkins home. Remember. So I'm going to come back here. Then I'm going to do escape again to type on a different line. Now I want to make another volume which I want to mount is the volume, the Docker runtime volume, the Docker commands. So the Docker command I know is on user. It's on user -bin -docker. That's the part. I'm going to show you in a while. In a short, after running this command, then you want to mount it on the container as the same part, user -bin -docker. Then escape to type on a different line again, then v. Then another volume which I want to mount is val -run -docker.sock. Now what this file does is a service that enables us to communicate to Docker daemon. So that's why I'm also copying this one as well. So I want to mount it on the same directory on the container, which is val-run dash docker.sock. Then that's all. So the next thing again which we want to do, I'm going to hit is I'm going to now specify the container image which I want to run. Remember, this is the container image, jenkins / jenkins lite latest. So I'm going to type jenkins, then / jenkins lts. So that's the jenkins container name, container image name. So if I hit enter, my container is gonna run, and if I do docker ps, you can see my container is currently running. Now I made a mistake. I'm going to bring up this command because I didn't type this container name as jenkins. That was the initial reason why I have to remove the other one. So I'm going to stop this container again using docker stop, then copy this container name and stop it, then docker remove, then remove that container. Then I'm going to use up arrow to bring up my previous command, and guess what, I'm going to scroll all the way down. If you don't want to scroll all the way down, you can use Control A too, to get to the last command. Then what I want to do here is to do dash name space, then I want to give my container name jenkins. Now notice that it's looking like a one big command now, right? Just like I told you, it's not looking breakdown, like organized, like how I typed it initially. Now it's looking like a one big command. So if I hit enter, it's gonna do the same thing. Then docker ps now. Sorry, docker ps. I'm just in a hurry just to show you. So docker ps, you can see my container is now as docker, so I can easily type it and know what I'm doing. So docker ps, then docker exec. Now let's log into that docker exec, and the let's log in as a docker exec interactive terminal jenkins, then bash. Now have docker command available now on this container. You can see just like that. But is that all? Let's see if we can view container images by using docker images. We're going to get permission denied. Now this docker, this particular part, this particular docker.sock is doesn't allow many users to to read from it or communicate from it, or edit it. You understand? So what we're going to do, we're going to exit from this container, and we're going to edit the permission value of this particular file. Let me show you the permission value, so you can understand what I mean. Val dash lib, I think it was on val-run .lib, val-run, then docker.sock. So you can see the permission. So it only allowed read write for only root users. You understand? So the owner of this file is the root user. So it's only allowing read file for only root user and the group that is a member of Docker. So that's what this permission is simply talking about. So let's quickly change that by using the command chmod. Then I'm going to use 666 to allow read write for every user on that file. So 666 is going to override that particular change now. So I'm going to use val run docker.sock. Then yeah, we have it. So let's quickly go back to our Docker container, docker exec interactive terminal jenkins, then bash. Then let's do docker images. Then we can now see our images and we are not getting permission denied. So this is how you can install npm and also Docker in your on your Jenkins container shell or container terminal. So I hope this video was informative for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That will bring us to the end of this class, and see you in my next